Hi, in this video, we're going to introduce RStudio. RStudio is an integrated development environment for R, which you can use to create projects, test out your codes, and write your codes. It's very powerful open source and free software, which you can download from the RStudio website. So let's start. So we have these options here. Any kind of creation, a file, saving file, or creating projects, packages, you can do it from this File tab. Similarly, when you have to edit the code, this tab you see Undo, Redo, and Go to Line, Copy, Paste, all of these commands are here. Then you have this Code tab where functionality related to code like indentation, creating variables, functions, and then commenting, uncommenting line is present in this tab. Similarly, you have View, where you can zoom in, zoom out, switch tabs, and then show the history. If I hit Show History, it takes me to the History tab. So similarly, we have Tab Direct to Session, where you can restart R, terminate R, process, load or save the workspace, and then clear the workspace. If you are building a package, then this Build tab is important to view. Similarly, we have the Debug tab. Tools is for creating, mostly for importing datasets, installing packages, setting up options, and Help is where you can actually check for updates. Look at RStudio docs, supports. So these are the introduction of the tabs. Now let's see how to open a file. So if you have any distinct file that you want to open, then you can go to File option, click on Open to File. Now we get to the folder, and now we click on the file that you want to open. So in this case, you want to open last 14 file. So this opens us the script that you wanted to add. If you want to create a new file, you can just go and see a new file. So if you want to create a new script, you can write something here, and then if you want to save it, use Ctrl S and use your keyboard to give a name and save it. So like most IDE, it works in the same way. Now let's look at the few concepts. So when we are working with R, these are the things that you should know. For example, what is your present working directory where R is pointing? So run it, get WD that tells you your current working directory. To set or change your working directory, you can call the function setWD and pass the path that will set the working directory. So we will come back to the script in a moment. Let's first look at how we can create a project. So if you want to create a new project again, you have Project tab. I will just save this. So it'll take you to new directory. So if you want to import any existing directory, you can click on existing directory and then navigate to where your directory is, and there it is. Similarly, if you want to create new directory, empty project. So you give it the directory name, path, and then you can create a new project. To open a new project, you can say Open Project, and then you navigate to this rfile.rproj file, which will load in the details of the project in RStudio. So, now let's execute the data function data, which calls in built-in data into the workspace. So test whether the data is in the workspace. Call View, and that opens the data frame in graphical representation. So you can see this area is the global environment. You can see all the environment variables in this area. You can see the data frames are here, the values and similarly the object, all of them will be shown here, and the files in this project. You can see the files. Any plot that you created in this tab, you can find all the packages installed also here. In case you want any help, you have the help for the view function. I'll just write view. It'll come up in the help tab. The question mark and the command or the function name what gives you the help for that. So this is the data view description for the view function. So this is. Similarly, whatever you ran the command history can be seen here. So, and from the history. If you highlight and you want to move it to source, then click here and it goes back there. These are the important tabs and windows to know about in RStudio. So now we executed this. ls is one command which will tell you what are the objects in the memory right now. You see iris set and variable x, the value is 2. And if you want to remove the things from the current workspace memory, you can run, remove, and parse the output of the ls command that will remove the particular whatever is in the environment. And you can see this is now empty. So, if you try to print X now, you will find that it is not in the menu. So, in this video, we looked at the common functionalities of RStudio, how to create a project, how to open a project, create a new file, and we have also discussed all the important tabs like Create Environment, the History, the Help, and File Plots.